to be confident, but you can absolutely see why Bay of Brilliance on breeding and the element of promise on his debut has found his way towards the head of the market.
Yeah, Green Team Racing have a couple in this, and Ahmed Al Sheikh is here, so we wish them all of the very best. Green Team Racing, A Taste of Glory, the first string, and Sadati the second string. You were, when we talked about the race briefly earlier on, at the prices, I felt you were a little bit warmer on A Taste of Glory compared to Bay of Brilliance.
Purely at the prices.
Yes.
I think he's shaped well in a race at Kempton where the overall time wasn't very good. I thought there was a bit of a sprint up the straight. The winner was, very intelligently ridden and had too much pace for him. But I like the way that he boxed on. He was second place turning for home. He looked like dropping away back with in a three-way photo for second, keeping on at the finish. I think on pedigree at least, there's quite a lot of the German family, and there's elements of soft ground in the pedigree, and I think he ought to stay. I thought he showed similar promise to Bay of Brilliance. It's no strong view, but I think his chances, in terms of just on paper, are similar.
Given the nature of our opening race, we didn't learn much about conditions, did we?
No, Angus didn't go very quick. This is a 2-year-old race over 10 furlongs, which
it was 9 seconds slow.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
ground ain't that bad, is it?
I wouldn't have thought so. No. I wouldn't have thought so. And I'm not sure how much we'll learn here, because 10 furlongs in these conditions is a marathon for a 2-year-old. So the following race, the 1 mile handicap, will probably be more informative in terms of ground.
Which of the newcomers excited you the most between, say, Night Sail, Al Sad? Well, those are the two of them.
Well, I thought Al Sad was bred for this sort. You see the stars. The Dam was a listed class 10 furlong winner. There's a mile and a half problem in the family. There's a lot of reasons to think that you can see why they're starting him here. I think he's going to be a middle distance horse on paper next year.
Yeah, and feet out the irons currently for Rab Havlin. On Al Sad, who will come out of stall number 8. Bay of Brilliance will come out of 2, and A Taste of Glory will come out of 6. I suppose one thing you'd say with Bay of Brilliance is that I know this is markedly up in distance, but we'll probably want to be a little sharper away out of that lower draw.
Yeah.
But every chance on second start you'd expect him to be.
Absolutely. I think it was more than perfectly, it was a perfectly encouraging first run for a horse who's bred for further. And yes, he was a little bit green early on, but loads of 2-year-olds are like that. I'm sure he'll know more today.
Showing a little greenness there, just edging away from the stalls, but nothing major, as a few are being walked around behind the gates. I can hear Richard getting a little worked up on debut. I didn't have eyes on that. Night Sail. And this whole distance juvenile races, I know you, with an eye on next year, you do as well, because these are the horses that you were expecting to be dealing with going into their 3-year-old season.
Definitely. I find 2-year-old racing from September onwards, personally, find them much more interesting than, up till then. I know there's some big races and stuff, but this is much more... I tend to watch them much more, just trying to pick up horses who might thrive over middle distances next year, which is interesting.
Yeah. And Bay of Brilliance is a new Bay, A Taste of Glorious Soldier, Hollow, Al Sad, See the Stars.
Yeah.
And you've got a Franklin there in the form of Study of Words, who is, back to 17-2, but was a good bit short of that earlier on. So 10-11, Bay of Brilliance have been well supported. A Taste of Glory 4-1, Al Sad 13-2, it's 15-2, and bigger the remainder. Sadati has just eased back out to 9-1 on second start. Had been sent off at 15-8 on debut. So we've got 3 more out the back. I think we've said everything we wanted to about this 2.25. She Murphy, Andrew Balding looking for a double, having survived unsurprisingly the Stewards' inquiry with A Taste of Glory. Bay of Brilliance is going to go off a pretty strong favourite, Richard.
Yes, he is. You can see Night Sail got very worked up down at the start. I thought in terms of substance, Study of Words carried most of it. It was a nice big strong horse for next year, and 10 furlongs in this ground is going to take a bit of getting for these juveniles. Bay of Brilliance moving in will be the last one for this Juddmonte British European Breeders' Fund maiden stakes over 10 furlongs for 2-year-olds. And they all leave the stalls. From the stalls, Al Sad jumped markedly out to the left as Guarantee in the first time headgear is the early leader. Bay of Brilliance races in second place. Big White Face of A Taste of Glory is just hanging slightly or racing away from the others, at least in the early strides. Closer to the running rail is Study of Words and then Pearl River. A couple of lengths back to the free-sweating Night Sail on debut. And the last two, Sadati, also white and green, no white face but a white cap. and having just forfeited a length or two at the start, Al Sadd moves a little closer. Guarantee has the lead. White-faced A Taste of Glory. Bay of Brilliance now being ridden along. Pearl River comes next. Towards the inside is Study of Words. Al Sadd trying to make some progress and angled out to the stand side Sadati wide open here. Bay of Brilliance coming to Guarantee, who's now beginning to fade. Over on the inside, Study of Words galloping on. Big white face of A Taste of Glory with Pearl River, and this quartet still hold the sway at the moment. Bay of Brilliance in the pink cap. Godolphin on the far side, Study of Words in the blue. Pearl River back in third. Bay of Brilliance, a narrow leader from Study of Words, who's fighting on well, but Bay of Brilliance is getting on top on the run to the line, and Bay of Brilliance winning this race again for Rafe Beckett and Hector Crouch. Beats in the second Study of Words. Pearl River was third, and they pulled clear of the remainder.
Rafe Beckett wins the second at Goodwood. Bay of Brilliance, Hector Crouch on board. Has run on really strongly there in the closing stages. The step up in trip clearly suiting him. They're very well backed. 10-11 favourite. Has beaten Study of Words into second spot. OK, runners are going down at Perth. Our first visit to Perth today. The opener is the 2:33. It's a novices hurdle. It's over 2 miles, and Wandering Ego is 11-8 and 2-1 Eternal Echo. Gordon Elliott Raider, that one. Spectacular Sunrise is 3-1. It's 9-1 the Hatchet. Ballino Boy is 25s, along with Struth. Treetop Tyson is 50s, and it's 125-1. And bigger the rest, Wandering Ego, the favourite. Sean Bowen, who's taking all...
Which is now a novice handicap chase. The likes of Bindaree and Fundamental even, made their chase debuts in that particular contest when it was a bog standard novice chase. So all that and a whole lot more to come as we follow the favourite down to the start. You can see the confirmation of that Goodwood result there just being confirmed. This is Wandering Eagle, who made all interesting hurdling debutant. Plenty of jumping winners on the dam side of the pedigree, including, of course, Ardira Cross, who was with Ollie Murphy before making plenty of headlines when trained by William Young. Sam Twiston Davis riding for his brother Willie and his father Nigel, who are, of course, now a joint training enterprise. Lucinda Russell's got 4 in the race. They've got Walk On Sun. She co-trains now with Michael Scudamore. They've got Tigress Lily. They've also got the Hatchet. Plenty of runners in the race for Lucinda Russell. The Hatchet's probably the one that would be the best of the Russell runners. They've got Struth as well, so they've got 4 in the race. Another horse making his debut over hurdles, and he's got a little bit the Hatchet to find with a couple of his rivals here today, I would reckon, notably Walk On Sun and Spectacular Sunrise. Right, won't be too much longer before they get called into line, and our commentator for the glorious finale here at Perth today and tomorrow is Stephen Powell.
Good afternoon, Gordon. Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely mild autumnal day up here at Perth, and a couple of good days racing to come on perfect ground. Fielder walking in. The flag is raised. And that's it, they're off. Racing over 2 miles here for the Harvest of Hope PK Food Bank Novices Hurdle Race. They've got 8 flights to jump, and they're on the run down towards the first of them now, with the Hatchet, the first to stride away. Colours on the inside is Eternal Echo, and out wider of those is Spectacular Sunrise now. Just pulled back a couple of places to settle by Twiston Davis as they come down the home straight the first time. Tigress Lily's out towards the rear, so too is Ballino Boy, and also Wandering Ego with Diamond Trilogy as they come towards flight number 2. And it will be the Hatchet who will rise in front, led by around 3/4 of a length. To in second position we have Fran the Man. They're being followed in third by Struth, who's still right up there. Treetop Tyson is racing fourth back towards the Ego, now on the move as they go to the next hurdle, which is the one that's the middle one on the far side, flight number 5. Behind Wandering Ego, Ballino Boy with maroon colours, blue sleeves, a little bit wider out. And then out towards the rear of the field as they go over the next flight is Diamond Trilogy. He's losing ground. He got quite warm in the preliminaries and is now adrift at the back of the field. Heading through their point of departure and going on towards flight number 6. And the Hatchet continues to stride out in front. He's made all of the running thus far. Leads by a length and a half to Treetop Tyson, who disputes second place with Spectacular Sunrise. 2 left to go. The Hatchet swings them back towards this second last then from Treetop Tyson under pressure. Spectacular Sunrise switching towards the inside. Then out wider Eternal Echo. Widest of all on the right is Wandering Ego, making ground up rapidly on the front runners. Followed through by Tigress Lily as they jumped 2 out. It was still the Hatchet who led from Treetop Tyson with the noseband. Spectacular Sunrise under pressure. So too is Eternal Echo in fourth. Wandering Ego will not get there. He's beaten. They come to the final hurdle, and it's the Hatchet with a lead of a length and a half. The Hatchet over. Treetop Tyson in second. Spectacular Sunrise trying to mount a challenge in third. The Hatchet still in front and responding well, and it's the Hatchet who's going to make every single yard of the running. The Hatchet goes on to win comfortably. Treetop Tyson, Spectacular Sunrise, close second and third. Eternal Echo was fourth from Tigress Lily, and then a disappointing Wandering Ego.
Yeah, top of the market defeated